Hey everyone, Nusreth.Baig here. Thank you for clicking on this video. Hey, today I just want to share some tips on and share some knowledge on ways to lower your taxable income. As a disclaimer, I'm not a CPA. I have an MBA from the University of Chicago Booth School of Business. I have a bachelor's degree in computer science. So do not take this education and say like, oh great, this is great advice. This is not advice. Do check with your accountant about how you can implement some of these tips that I share with you. Very similar if you want to think of it as if you do some research on a particular drug and you understand their side effects, or you do some research on a new treatment for a medical condition, and you take that knowledge and you share it with your doctor to see if if you would be a good candidate for that treatment. That's the same similarity that I want you to draw from this, is that just get the knowledge and understand it and check with your tax professional. All right, so let's get started. So a lot of people don't understand their finances. American population is very weak on financial education. Our kids are not learning in high school. They're certainly not learning it in the universities. A lot of kids are graduating with high student debt. The ones that are graduating with the right financial education are the finance and accounting majors. But that's just one major out of so many majors that kids are graduating with. And then so they get stressed out about like, hey, how do I lower my student debt? How do I buy a house? How do I save up for the future? How do I save up for the retirement? These are all financial education subjects and topics that we should be learning throughout, from when we are kids. But because our parents never learned it, they don't teach it to us. There are a very select few people who are in the finance and account fields, entrepreneurs who are very successful in their field. They'll teach it to their kids. This goes along the same lines of Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad concept, where a rich dad is really providing the right financial education to their kid, versus one who is not rich, not providing the right education to their kid. So this is just education. This is knowledge. Take it. Ask a professional. Ask your professional. And if you don't have someone, at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you how you can have a CPA, a tax team, really sit down with you every 3 months or once a quarter, and figure out a tax strategy for you. What I also want to do is share with you how you can have a lawyer in your back pocket, so you are always protected from any kind of issue or challenge. So let's get started. So a lot of people don't understand what taxable income is. So imagine that this box is your total income, okay? And so whatever your income is, whether it's $10,000, $50,000, $100,000, $500,000 a year, whatever you are earning, you have certain obligations, okay? So for example, let's just say that you have a mortgage on your house, and so the interest that you pay on that mortgage, that is income, or the money that you pay that's tax deductible. So the government says like, okay, you have this much income coming in, and so you have paid interest on your home, so we're going to let you off the hook and not touch that money, and the rest of it we're going to tax. And then you're going to say, oh wait, I have children. So the government says, okay, we'll give you some money because you have some children, we'll give you some credits, we'll give you some exemptions. So we'll let you have that much, and then the rest of it we're going to tax. All right. So the government says, okay, we've already taken a certain amount out of your taxes. All right, out of your income, whether you're a W-2 employee or whether you're a small business owner or an entrepreneur, whatever the case may be. They say, okay, you've already paid this much. Throughout the year, you paid this much. Then the government says, when you actually file your taxes, then the government says, oh, you know what? maybe you overpaid us on your taxes, right? So we're going to give you back this much amount of money, and then that's called your refund. Okay? Or the government says, oh, you know what? We haven't taken out enough money. And that's going to be called your tax bill. Meaning the money that you owe. Okay? So you're always doing this balancing act of, how much of this taxable income. And then the rest of this is left for you to play with, for you to take care of your food, your clothing, your car maintenance, whatever the case is. Now, this picture looks a little bleak, okay? And really, people still don't understand just these basic things, okay? What people need to understand is it's not about how much you make. It's about how much you can keep, how much you can protect, and how much you can grow. So what you want to do is try to leverage the U.S. laws that are out there and try to decrease as much as possible your taxes. Okay? Try to decrease this as much as possible and leverage the tax laws that are in your favor. Okay? So imagine you can deduct all your meals, your expenses, entertainment, your travel, your vehicle usage. Okay? Imagine you can do all this, and your home office, some of the utilities you pay in your home office or in your home. Okay? So imagine you can do all that and lower this taxable income. Okay? So what I want to do is actually expose you to the reason why a lot of people don't take advantage of this is because they don't have the knowledge and the education. They don't know how to set themselves in a way where they can take advantage of these deductions. Okay? A lot of people, some people who have the financial education, they get a lawyer to help them set themselves up in a way using a corporation and basically take advantage of these expenses. What we want to do, what my team and what we want to do is set up a 30-minute phone call with you and actually share with you how we can help you. What we also want to do is expose you to some knowledge from a gentleman by the name of Sandy Botkin. He is a CPA, tax attorney. He is a trainer for the IRS. He is the president of the Tax Reduction Institute for over 30 years. He's been a featured tax coach for the Tony Robbins Wealth Seminar. He's a best-selling author for Lawyer Taxes, big time. So he has basically taken his knowledge and exposed it to myself, my team, and others. And what he's also done is help develop an app where it automatically tracks your mileage. It automatically, you can take a picture of your receipts right away after you have a meal at a nice restaurant, and basically expense that. So the documentation is done. So that really helps you in your filing your taxes and getting audited by the IRS. What I also want to do is put a lawyer in your back pocket and not have you run around to multiple different sources to get all these different services. What I want you to do is come to one source to get all these services, again, and take advantage of the tax laws that are out there, give you some financial education, protect your family from getting audited and things like that, and really help you hit your financial goals. So what I want you to do is below this video, is my email address. You'll have a way for you to contact me and set up a 30-minute phone call. Send me your name, your phone number, or if you're comfortable sending me your Skype, send me your Skype, the time and date that you're available, and give me multiple options of times and dates available. And also tell me the time zone that you will be speaking from so I can coordinate my calendar accordingly. Okay, so I look forward to your email and I look forward to speaking to you. What we want to do is actually screen you before we invite you to a webinar where we're providing some more knowledge and some more education. We have a webinar every Wednesday, and we'll have some more slots available. But for what we want to do is first talk to you for 30 minutes. And screen you to see if you're a right fit for this type of education. So again, it's a free consult. Thanks. Have a good one.